The first is you keep on knocking on doors, particularly for the young, emphasizing, because purpose, perseverance, and passion matters. You keep on knocking on door, and they don't know. What you do? You open your own, create your own. And in each case, I'll give you an example, because that is how I learned. So I came back in 1976. I was teaching in England. India was a poor country, no foreign exchange. I was trained in rheology and non-Newtonian fluid mechanics. And I needed rheogonymometer, Weiselberg rheogonymometer, model R19. And it would take me 2 years. No foreign exchange, so digitally clearance, not manufactured in India certificate. So that equipment was not available. Then I asked myself a question, what is the equipment God has given me? This. So I went into mathematical modeling and simulation. And those of you who are scientists, as you know, Padma prize is the highest science prize you can get. I started work in 77, and in 82 I got the Padma prize. Had I not opened my own door, I would be still waiting for that prize to be. So that is the first lesson I learned. The second is aspirations are your possibilities, keep them high. I became the director of National Chemical Laboratory in 1989, 2 years before liberalization, closed economy. What used to happen was we were doing import substitution, copying, reverse engineering. So anytime our scientists did something which was ahead of the rest of the world, I went to industry, they would say, but has Europe done it? Has US done it? If they have not done it, how can it do it? So I remember, first in 1989 I took over. In an auditorium of capacity of 540, there were 1100 people. And I attended them. And I said, we'll convert National Chemical Laboratory into international chemical. What did it mean? I said, what am I selling knowledge? What is my market? The whole world. And I said, we can even license our patents to multinationals. And I took the name of G, General Electric, because I was doing polymer, and General Electric had some breakthrough. So at the end, a young fellow came to me and he said, do you realize that G's R&D budget is 2.5 times India's R&D budget? I said, it's not the power of budget that matters, it is the power of idea that matters. And since you talked about G, we take on G. And I remember I was doing that mathematical modeling simulation. From that I had got an idea about what is called as a solid state polycondensation of this engineering plastic called polycarbonate. 40% world market share was G's. They were leaders. And we licensed 3 patents to G in 1992 for close to $1 million. That was the first reverse transfer of technology to that leader. So it is not the power of budget, it is the power of ideas. That's extremely important. And that led to something else, because Jack Welch said, if they are so good, why are we not there? And in Bangalore, they created Jack Welch R&D Center, and that followed others. And today there are 15 R&D centers, as a matter of fact. That was the trigger. So remember this, keep your aspirations high. National Chemical Laboratory to International Chemical Laboratory. The same people were copying reverse engineering. When that challenge was given, they rose to the challenge. And India always rises to the challenge, as we have seen. The third lesson is particularly for the young. You can do anything but not everything. So focus. That's very important. And I will tell you the story about the focus. So what happened was, in the 7th standard, I had stood first with 88% mark, and I had to seek admission in the secondary school. And we required 21 rupees at that time. And my mother took more than 21 days to get that. And finally she got it from her friend, who was a maid in a Gujarati family in Chowpatty. By that time, and it was her life-saving, she gave it to me. By that time, all the admissions in good schools were closed. If you know Mumbai, you know Wilson High School, Aryan High School, Chikitsak High School, and we went to a poor school. And that poor school was Union High School. Where poor people's children went. But that poor school had rich teachers. One of them was my science teacher, Principal Bhavik. He did not believe in chalk and talk. You know, he would show us things. Like, for example, soap factory. Just no chalk and talk and explain how that happens. He took us to. How many of you have actually visited a soap factory? Please raise your hands. I visited it at a young age. I did not have money to pay for the tram, but the teacher, he was also poor, but he paid my tram. We went to Vico factory. And one day he did something that was the war moment. You know, in all our life, there's always a war moment. He took us out into the sun. He had the convex lens in his hand. He had a piece of paper, and he wanted to show us how to find the focal length. He moved it up and down. And when the brightest spot came, he said, "This is the focal length." And then he held it for some time and the paper burned. And he said, like this, if you focus all your energies, you can burn anything, you can do anything. That was an inspiration moment for me. I said, my God, science is so powerful, I must become a scientist.